Peace and magic to all the goddesses and the gods tuned in. And on this episode, it's going to be a special edition. This is a duality type episode or a part, whatever y'all want to call it. But this one is going to be entitled Self Friendship. And I feel like this is going to be one of the most important videos I have put out to date. Because if you can't have self friendship with yourself, you're not going to understand none of the shit the mothership is about, or better yet, anything that we talk about. And why I say that is because people have this misconception about love, what love is. And it's like, and the reason why people have this common misconception of what love is because people don't look at love as energy. And on the mothership, that's what we talk about all the time. We talk about having a energy perspective towards everything in life first. If you can learn to have an energy perspective towards everything, then everything starts to make sense. Everything starts to connect. You start to see the bullshit and you start to see the truth and shit. Or whatever. So it's like people take the energy of love and pour that energy into other people on a consistent basis. It's people that who out here that do this shit every day. And those are the people who I stress the fuck out. Those are the people who snap off and kill people. Especially the ones who be in relationships and marriages and all that shit. Those are the ones who go back and just kill motherfuckers. Because it's like, it's very dangerous to pour all of your love into other people and not pour love into yourself. Because at the end of the day, all you really got is yourself. So if you can't make a friendship with yourself and start pouring love into yourself first or whatever, and it's like when you pour love into yourself, that just magnifies things around you. Like people pick up on that. So if you pour in that energy to yourself, it can affect somebody else around you in a positive way versus you just pouring your love into them and then you neglecting yourself. So it's like you got to be, I want to say you got to be like a bartender or a barista or some shit when it comes to like pouring your energy of love out. Because it's like the focus is you got to pour that shit into yourself first. First and foremost, you come first. That's why this video is entitled Self Friendship. Because as any friendship with anybody else or any relationship with somebody outside of you, you have to get to know them regardless of who they are. It's a process of getting to know people. But it's like some people don't realize that shit and don't get to know themselves. Because people are taught to hate themselves. It's in it, like I wouldn't say it's inadvertently taught, it's purposely taught because these people don't want you to realize the knowledge of who you are. And knowledge is pretty much just having value of yourself that monetary gain cannot touch. So we're gonna get like a little rundown checklist of what do you need to do to improve self-friendship. One of the first things, and none of this is in any particular order, but one of the first things is being able to conversate with yourself. No, it's not some crazy shit. It's actually normal to have a conversation with yourself on the inside of yourself. And that's where the most accountability takes place is when you being able to be real with yourself about certain decisions that you made in life. If you want improvement, how do you feel? It's okay to have conversations with yourself and get to know yourself more. Because like once you start having these conversations with yourself, you start being more creative or whatever. You starting to get to like know the shit that you love to do, and you starting to like find yourself looking into hobbies and all that. It's just like it's hella benefits to just having conversations with yourself. Because at the end of the day, you're not gonna know what the fuck you want to do in life if you don't sit down and have that conversation with yourself. On top of that, it helps with intuition, meaning inner navigation. And inner navigation helps is like navigation comes even more handy when you got a direction in life. So it goes back to the creativeness and getting to know your hobbies and all that shit that you would love to do in life. Like your intuition will help you navigate yourself to those things. That's like the power of self-friendship, self-love, like pour into yourself, like get to know yourself more, meaning spending that time on figuring out what you want to do in life and what makes you happy in life. And it's like, you got to understand you yourself are a temple, so you deserve worship from your own self or whatever. And it's like pretty much this confidence in yourself. A lot of people might look at it as cocky or whatever, but at the same time, like this confidence in yourself, you do got to be balanced with it and stay humble. Like, don't get cocky. Just have confidence in yourself or whatever. Have confidence in the belief that you can do anything that you put your mind and your heart to at the same time or whatever. So it's like pretty much had a mindset of the balance of being able to give and receive. A lot of people are givers, and that's another reason why I wanted to do this video of the self-friendship, because a lot of people are givers. They give their energy away, but they don't look to receive anything in return. It's okay to be a giver, but at the same time, it's like you got to realize, like, as much energy that you give out, you have to receive energy back to continue to giving that energy back out. And that's why self-love is so important. That is why it is so critical to an individual to have self-love for their self. Because if you don't have self-love for yourself, you don't really have shit in life. Regardless if you got material shit, it don't matter. But if you ain't got love for you, the fuck? That's like you on suicide watch at that point. Your life is on suicide watch. That's it. And that's all. And it's like, once you start developing this habit of having conversations with yourself all the time and start figuring out what you want, it starts to become a discipline. Like, start disciplining yourself. We all have impulsiveness, meaning that we do shit without realizing that we do shit. So you can reprogram these impulsiveness and make it a positive impulsive disorder. So make it impulsive to constantly have these conversations with yourself and be accountable. You control your thoughts. I know it's easier said than done, but that's the beautiful part of life. It's the hurdles, the chaos, the obstacles, and the challenges that's presented before us. Because if we didn't have that shit to be presented before us, life would be boring as fuck. It would be. It would. So it's like, at the end of the day, love yourself. And I'm going to leave y'all with this last bit of note. Acknowledge your self growth and the progress you have made through life to be a better person. Only for those who are seeking to be better, to be a different individual every day, seeking to be a better individual every day, seeking to enhance themselves every day. Those who got the purest intent, they never are the same. They are constantly enhancing. The good ones is the ones who's enhancing like 6 or 7 times on a daily basis, going through different changes, understanding different shit, processing downloads and all that or whatever. Hey, y'all more than capable of loving yourself because it's you. If you can't love yourself, then you gotta go sit and look in the mirror and just reflect upon who you are and what you want out of your life. And on that note, I want y'all to stay motherfucking dangerous as always. And as always, the mothership believes in you, but that don't mean shit if you don't believe in yourself. So go out there, be magical, be dangerous. You can do it. Life is just about encouragement, perspective, positivity, and growth. Remember, acknowledge your self-growth. But don't be content about that growth. Continue to keep growing. And on that note, again, water.